Health is real, seek help, and the stigma. On the news this evening, Rivers State government reacts to Rivers Assembly's misconduct allegations against Governor Fubara. Court adjourns ruling on Labour Party's defection suit against Rivers lawmakers. Analysts say HLGAs can implement existing budget in Rivers State. On foreign scene, DR Congo M23 rebels confirm participation in peace talks. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. Welcome back. The Rivers State government says it has not received any letter from the State House of Assembly accusing Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy Ngozi Odu of gross misconduct. The Commissioner for Information, Joe Johnson, made this known in a media briefing today, hours after the letter surfaced online.
The letter is not addressed to the governor. I also saw it is addressed to the speaker. So there's no way letter written to the speaker can be received by the governor. It is now common knowledge that members of the Right Honorable Martin Amewule-led Rivers State House of Assembly have by their own actions refused to allow the governor of Rivers State to fully implement the judgment of the Supreme Court on the long-drawn political and legal battle that has lingered since after the ill-fated attempt to impeach him on October 30, 2023.
Mr. Johnson warned the lawmakers about the consequences of their actions on the people and urged them to reconsider their stance.
That with the current actions of the House, the dire consequences and harsh realities that the civil servants, retirees, and people of the state will face unimaginable economic hardships, as the government will be unable to pay salaries, pensions, and other emoluments, as well as perform other obligations at the end of the month, as both the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Accountant General of the Federation have been ordered to cease revenue allocations to the state until its judgment is fully implemented.
Responding to comments by the chairman of the House of Assembly Committee on Information, Enemi Alabo George, accusing Governor Fubara of playing to the gallery and demonizing the legislature, Mr. Johnson criticized the indefinite suspension of plenary by the State House of Assembly, calling it a face-saving move to hide evidence and stall the state's development.
By adjourning Senate die, the lawmakers suddenly have realized that they have shown too much evidence of the fact that their target is to stall development of the state and punish the people of the state for the unprecedented solidarity and support he is enjoying in spite of the orchestrated political upheavals. Unfortunately, such tactics have failed as the people now know that this is an afterthought aimed at covering their plans. It is rather a face-saving attempt, deceptive, and a pointer that the interest of the state is not part of their consideration.
This morning, members of the House of Assembly held a plenary where one of the lawmakers, Major Jack, urged the House to publish the notice of the allegation of gross misconduct against the governor and deputy governor in the national dailies.
Mr. Speaker, I would want to move a motion that would grant leave to the clerk so that we can publish all the letters of gross misconduct that is meted on the governor and the deputy governor. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I want to move that we grant the clerk the leave to publish all letters, correspondence that is written from us to you and from you to His Excellency on the print media, at least not less than 3.
The Speaker of the Assembly, Martin Amaewhule, confirmed he has received the lawmakers' letter.
Distinguished colleagues, those for 26, against, nil, abstention, nil. Distinguished colleagues, by this voting, this House has therefore resolved that the clerk will publish in at least 3 national dailies the notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999 in reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the governor as well as the deputy governor, Her Excellency Professor Ngozi Mma Odo.
Mr. Amaewhule also accused Governor Fubara of directing staff of the government not to honor the invitations of the State House of Assembly.
Distinguished colleagues, that is why the movers of this motion have decided to call on an agency of the federal government to assist the Rivers State House of Assembly. We have the constitutional powers to investigate pursuant to Section 128 of the 1999 Constitution is amended. However, we are constrained by the refusal of government officials to honor our invitations. We cannot continue to issue warrant of arrest from morning till night. So that is why we need to now seek help from outside. While the police is assisting other agencies of government, we need to assist us.
Last week, 26 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly served a notice of alleged misconduct against Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy Ngozi Odo. In the letter dated 14th March and sent to the Speaker of the House, Martin Amaewhule, the lawmakers accused Governor Fubara of reckless and unconstitutional expenditure of public funds, hindering or obstructing the Rivers State House of Assembly, appointment of persons to occupy offices and positions in the government without allowing for the requirement of screening and confirmation. Other accusations against the governor include the seizure of salaries, allowances, and funds standing to the credit of the legitimate Rivers State House of Assembly and the seizure of the salary of the clerk of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Emeka Amadi. In another development, Justice Emmanuel Obele of the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has adjourned ruling to April 16, a motion seeking to strike out the defection suit filed by the Labour Party against Martin Amaewhule and 26 other members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. As you may know, at the last hearing, the lawyer for Martin Amaewhule and 26 others, Ken Njemanze, informed the court that he had filed a motion on the 10th of March, urging the court to strike out the case. Mr. Njemanze argued that the Supreme Court's ruling on the 28th of February already resolved all issues raised in the suit, adding that the Federal High Court is bound to comply with the Supreme Court's decision. But when the matter came up in court today, lawyer for Labour Party Clifford Chukwu said the Supreme Court's ruling did not directly address the legality of the lawmakers' defection from the PDP to the APC. He described the Supreme Court ruling on the issue of defection as collateral. Moving on, a political scientist, Anthony Egbueze, says the heads of local government administration, HLGAs, in the 23 local government areas of Rivers State have the authority to carry out the budgets approved by the previous council chairman. In an interview, Dr. Egbueze, who is a lecturer at the Rivers State University, encouraged them to ensure that all unspent budget items are properly implemented.
Before they left, the local government chairman and the legislative council, they had passed the appropriation bylaw and the laws signed or assented to. Once an appropriation bylaw has been assented to, it becomes a law. So the LGA head of local government that is there now is supposed to work within the confines of the appropriation bylaw. The appropriation bylaw is like every other law, but in this case, it's a money law. The office has said that roads should be constructed. So roads has to be constructed. People that jobs have been awarded to, I don't think they will stop those projects.
Meanwhile, residents have mixed feelings about the role of heads of local government administration. Some believe they would focus on improving governance and ensuring council workers' welfare. Others, however, argue that their leadership is illegal.
They have to prioritize workers' welfare because they need to pay the salary as of when due. But now, since the Supreme Court has issued a notice concerning the Rivers Fund, the local government for now will also suffer the same thing. So I think the paramount thing is from the Assembly and the Executive to harmonize. So all the problem will end.
The Constitution states clearly that it is only elected Executive Chairman that will be the head of our local governments. So their being there is illegal.
There is need for dialogue because already like this is affecting some set of civil servants. Some council workers haven't received their their February salary. So at this point, they need dialogue, so it won't affect more things.
They have to try to do their possible best. They wait for the outcome of the election. They are just civil servants.
Still to come, police say FCT minister's house in Port Harcourt not attacked or burnt. Stay tuned. Back to the rest of the news. The Rivers State Police Command has dismissed reports that the Port Harcourt residence of the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, was attacked and set ablaze by hoodlums. On Sunday night, some online media platforms claimed that the FCT minister's residence was under siege and had been torched by unidentified individuals. However, in a statement issued today, the police public relations officer, Superintendent Grace Iringa Koko, described the reports as false and misleading. She said the command has no record of such an incident and that the report was a deliberate attempt to incite unrest and spread fear. She reassured the public of the police command's commitment to maintaining security in the state and urged residents to rely on credible sources for information while reporting any suspicious activities to law enforcement agencies. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, has distanced himself from the ongoing investigation of his personal assistant, Andrew Uchi, by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. According to reports, Mr. Uchi is being detained by the Anti-Graft Agency over allegations of corruption, bribery, and money laundering amounting to approximately 10 billion naira. He is also accused of acquiring properties worth over 6 billion naira in Abuja, Jos, Plateau State, Makurdi, Boko, and Tarka local government areas of the state. Also, 2 bureau de change operators are under investigation for their alleged involvement in the money laundering scheme linked to Mr. Akume's aid. Away from that, a PDP governorship candidate in Lagos State, Abdulaziz Adediran, popularly called Jando, has returned to the APC. Mr. Jando announced his defection to the APC in a press conference in Lagos today, weeks after he left the PDP. He said the decision to join the political party that considers winning, not minding who is on the ballot. In other news, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, in collaboration with Hotscom Project Management and Advisory Consort Limited, has urged Host Community Development Board of Trustees, HCDTs, to make judicious use of trust funds in its care. Speaking at the NUPRC Town Hall Engagement Meeting, which HCDT's chairman, traditional rulers, Rivers State Government, the executive officer of NUPRC, Gbenga Komolafe, who spoke through the deputy manager, Rivers State, Jerry Mbonu, said since the inception of the Petroleum Industry Act, the PIA, the NUPRC has facilitated the incorporation of 140 HCDTs across host communities and funded 79 HCDTs. He also said the commission developed and deployed a digital reporting and monitoring portal that enables real-time tracking of trust activities called Host Comply to ensure compliance and efficiency in the management of host community funds. Alternative dispute resolution mechanism put in place by NUPRC to resolve disputes quickly. On the international scene, the Rwanda-backed M23 rebel group, as well as the Congolese government, have confirmed that they will participate in peace talks in Angola. A spokesperson of the M23 said today that a delegation had been sent to Angola's capital, Luanda. The rebel group has captured key areas of the Democratic Republic of Congo's DRC mineral-rich east since the start of this year in a major offensive that has killed many thousands. On the news this evening, you heard the Rivers State government has reacted to the Rivers Assembly's misconduct allegations against Governor Fubara. A federal high court has adjourned the ruling on Labour Party's defection suit against Rivers lawmakers. An analyst says HLGAs can implement existing budgets in Rivers State. On the foreign scene, DR Congo and M23 rebels have confirmed their participation in the Angola peace talks. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.